Right now, it's not about talent, it's about heart. It's about who can go out there and play the hardest. Now, they've been here before. They're not going to give it to us. We got to go out there and we got to take it. Right? Take it! Take it! I want you to go out there and take it. Take it! 1, 2, 3, take it!
Sports Savage pregame show. I'm solo until halftime. Sammy will be here at halftime. Bengals Browns. We got the Heat getting their butts kicked by the Boston boys. Call or text, folks, at any time, at any place. 470-391-4034. We'll read your text. We'll play your call. Play your voicemail. Whatever you want. So I want to get into basketball, and I'm going to bring this back up to Sammy. I remember when I jumped the gun and said, you know what? I'm going to be a Lake Show guy. I want to be a Lake Show guy. I like to say Lake Show. Sammy gave me shit for it, because originally, if you didn't know, sitting at home, I was going to see who did the best in the playoffs. And I was like, well, if the Clippers do better, I'll be a Clippers fan for eternity. Lakers do better, I'll be like, and you know what? I didn't jump the gun because I made the right call. Lake Show, Lake Show, Lake Show. Playing Denver. Good team. But I am not that worried that, Clippers I would have been a little more worried about. With Playoff P. Oof, what a brutal nickname to give yourself. Speaking of basketball, I was watching one of the basketball games, I believe. I forget, we'll go to it. And I love Jeff Van Gundy. He's like the best broadcaster. He's such a classic white nerd. Let's listen to this philosophical. I mean, it's up there with Aristotle. The greatest philosophizers of all time. So let me pull this up for you right quick. Nope, that's the wrong one. This is the right one. Okay.
Pat Riley had one. He said, when you put an orange under pressure, what do you get? Orange juice. Because what's inside of you comes out under pressure.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. If you couldn't hear that, I'm going to play it one more time. I mean, it's poetry. It really is.
Pat Riley had one. He said, when you put an orange under pressure, what do you get? Orange juice. Because what's inside of you comes out under pressure.
Why orange juice, though? I mean, pressure makes diamonds. I know that. I've heard that one before. I don't know. Maybe your heart, what happens? Like, you can leave your blood on the court? I don't know. Orange juice. I remember at the time anyway. Sunday, they had the intro for the Denver Titans game. it was so odd. They had him like on this carousel, but it looked very sexual, at least to me. Here we go.
You could say a carousel. Remember Trevor Siemian? He had a winning record.
I mean, look at
On the way
that.
was Paxton Lynch.
What does it look like they're
Brock
doing?
Osweiler, not a victory. Case Keenum. Joe Flacco.
I mean, that's like the universal symbol for jerking off.
And Drew Lock. And that begs the question.
Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong on that one. We're gonna watch it one more time, and you tell me if I'm a creep.
You could say a
Pervert.
carousel. Remember Trevor Siemian? He had a winning record.
Look at that. They got Tebow up there. This is all immoral. Man, Osweiler, what a bust he was. He kind of looks like the guy who's the new Batman. Yeah, we get the point. They're all jerking off. They're all. It's gross. I don't know. Did you agree with me on that? Did you not? Text, call the show. I think we do have a voicemail. I'm gonna wait till Sammy gets back for us to play it. Bengals Browns tonight. I'm pretty pumped about it. Why? Because Joe Burrow. I like Joe Burrow. Smoking Joe. You know, I mean, he had a season at LSU. It's like if you ever play like Dynasty Mode NCAA 2013, because they won't make a new game. Thanks, Ed O'Bannon, or whatever your name is, the basketball player who started this whole mishmash, even though they're right. I still want to play. I think it'll come back. Joe Burrow had a great season at LSU. You know, I mean, he had, you know, all the videos they made about him, the cigar in the locker room, smoking Joe. Goes to the Browns. That kicker, I should have pulled up. We'll get video of it for halftime. That kicker from the Browns, he wasn't the only one. There was, in college, too, like, if you miss a kick, they faked an injury. Oh, like, they grabbed their leg. Like, come on. You can pull that maybe once, maybe twice an entire season, and you blew it in the first week. I mean, granted, it was a big kick. It was to get the ball into overtime, but... And then he hobbled around like, you know, Paul Pierce when he got wheelchaired into the locker room, only to come back and play the game when he got back. I mean, it's a trend. Kicking has been bad. I don't know why kicking has been bad. Special teams have been really good. I've noticed that. Like, people are blocking a lot of kicks. People are missing kicks. Like your boy from Tennessee who missed them all and then finally hit the game winner. But man, I wanted to see him. I booed him when he made the kick. That's how bad it was. I don't regret it, but I mean, it wasn't a nice thing to do, of course. But Joe Burrow, AJ Green's on my fantasy team. He's got to do well for me, please. But it's all about Baker. It's all about Baker. Will he? Won't he? Odell wants to get traded. What else is new? Change the record. He could come to the Vikes. Apparently, Kirk Cousins needs an A option at every position in order to do well. $80 million! $80 million. Now, did he play like a horse's ass the last game? Not really. $80 million. $80 million for what? To get to the NFC Championship game and lose? I'm off target. Anyway, the Browns, they got a boatload of talent. They stunk. They played Sammy's Baltimore Ravens and got, smacked around. Baltimore, they're just unbeatable in their openers. Sorry. A lot of these teams with a new head coach, new whole scheme, they're probably not going to do as well as other people with, been there a while. But this is a big game tonight. If Joey Burrow can reclaim Cleveland tonight, the Battle of Cleveland. Now, if you're the king of Cleveland, is that such a good thing? Probably not. I mean, it worked for Drew Carey, but who are we kidding here? I'm rooting for Joe Burrow. I'm rooting for Joe Burrow. Smoking Joe. He got screwed in the last game because of that punk-ass kicker. But you know what? If I could go back in time and be an athlete, like knowing my physical limitations and knowing, I would have been a kicker or like a punter or something like that. Make the big bucks. You kidding me? How sweet would it be to make that game-winning kick, To lose it. But they say you can't blame the kicker. Like the kicker's the last one to blame. Just like the goalie's the last one to blame. You know what? You're all to blame because y'all let it happen. But I don't know. I think that would have been good. But the Browns, they got a ton of talent. They got my old offensive coordinator, who's, I don't know. They say he's another one of these Wunder kids, but he didn't really do that well when he had our offense. Stefanski, he looks like Joe Flacco. Google it. Man, Boston is still putting it on them. I want to see Heat Lake Show. And I'm going to tell you why. LeBron won it at the Heat, right? The Heat just seems like a jumpstart team. Like, they always got it. We always got a good nucleus. We just need some superstar to push us over the edge. It's where LeBron won his first. Could be Jimmy Butler. Could we win his first? But I don't know. It's looking like Boston might come back. I've been really bad at predicting what's going to happen in this whole series. I think I have. Like, I don't feel too confident with my picks. But it's, Lake Show. We're a Lake Show town. Sammy keeps asking me, are there a lot of Clippers fans out? No, there's not a lot of Clippers fans out here. Because they know the Clippers are a joke. Lake Show. Mamba. The Bus family. We throw Clippers fans under that bus. Because I am the biggest Lakers fan of all time. Didn't you know that? Me, #1 Lakers fan. Do I know a lot of the players on the team? No. Do I know any about the history of it? No. But I have the enthusiasm and the creativity and the drive to be the #1 Lakers fan in LA, baby. So, you heard it there first. It has to be true. It has to be true. Anyway, no calls, no emails, no nothing. No nothing. Let me check real quick. No, not a one. But guess what? We don't care. Because it's going to keep rolling. The train is peeps, whether you want it to or not. So here it is. I'm going to leave you at that. We'll be back at halftime, maybe even as before halftime's even happening. So we can get a little more. It's going to be me and Sammy. It's not just going to be me. We're going to have Sammy on the bill too. So if you watch this, text, call 470-391-4034. Leave a voicemail. Who knows?